with Dreamslap versus Taph, Snake versus ESS respectively. We saw this matchup actually at SOS, the major that just happened with Apollo Kage and Doorstop. And Doorstop actually took that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won the Canada tournament. Good for him.
So we're gonna kick it right off, and this is
Dreamslap
gonna be a lot
going
of
pretty aggressive.
yeah. This is gonna be a lot of a movement-based matchup. I mean, ZSS is gonna try to float around grenades, and Snake's gonna try to pinpoint like ZSS's movement because he's inherently a pretty slow character.
Yeah, that's definitely the key for CSS. She's being one of the most mobile characters in this game, and Snake kind of is limited in the being able to move around. So she really has to find the points to hit CSS.
Right. It looks like the really great C4 placement. It looks like Dreamslap's moving around pretty well. Just ZSS is a very precise character, as opposed to Snake, who can just like hold down the fort basically, and that move especially is gonna hold up the fort basically. Raise the roof with my legs, and Dreamslap takes an early lead.
Yeah, the fact that move goes platform, also it's really dangerous for ZSS in this matchup, because she loves landing on platforms to avoid you on the ground.
Yep, and I think this is where Dreamslap starts to interact a little bit less. I mean, 40%, ill-advised up B. Gets the berry, but Grenade's gonna save him. The perks of being a top tier. No way that didn't hit him. I cannot believe that.
Pretend I didn't see that.
Basically,
he just slid by up B.
Up smash. Yeah, he just slid through up smash.
Ooh, double parry. That seemed like auto parry though.
Yeah. Still impressive nonetheless, and that up smash is gonna take it. 60% of extra credit to show for it.
Good job of catching his landing.
Yep. I think Dreamslap's game plan isn't going to change too heavily right now because he still has the lead at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's still throwing everything out, and it looks like he's putting everything where Taph wants to be, but like with his air range and his nair range.
Right.
So he's playing it really well.
Dreamslap has made his home under this platform. Look at him. He knows that like ZSS kind of struggles to approach from the air. She likes to approach horizontally, and if you cut off a certain area of approach, you can really start to funnel him in. Nair.
Yeah. But the pressure by Taph was really impressive, but missed unfortunately the
nair flip kick.
Nair flip kick, yeah.
And it looks like just Dreamslap's just winning these scrapping situations.
All right, good recognition on that. He's gonna mash out to go for an up air. Don't miss the up B, get punished.
That grenade actually saving Dreamslap from the exploding hit, but
the C4 might come into play. No, okay.
A little bit scared to pull the trigger, unfortunately. What's the time? Okay, where's the timer on the C4? I feel like it's about to.
I think it's 30 seconds.
Oh, he exploded. Yeah, there we go. But that up air is gonna take it, basically up tilt in the air, but a lot slower, a lot chunkier, and a lot worse.
Ooh, that grenade actually traded with the air, and big damage for that. I didn't know that worked that way.
The problem is ZSS kind of like with her whip move, she kind of throws her hand forward.
Yeah,
and that puts her hand directly in the explosion radius. Ooh, that's good. Wow. And we are right back to an even game.
Even though sorry, go ahead.
Even though Dreamslap kind of like had the consistent lead throughout the set, I mean that one move just came through to even it up percent-wise, and they both took stocks about the same percent. So.
Yeah, I definitely feel in this game, extra credit is so important. Just with how advantage state works in this game, anyone can get 0 to 60s. So you really need to be able to hold on to a stock and just get as much extra credit as you can.
Absolutely. And speaking of extra credit, Taph is starting to fall a little bit far behind on Snake. I mean, Snake can have some trouble killing, especially if he can't pinpoint you down, which that's where ZSS excels. Yeah. But if you throw yourself into his loving legs, he could send you into the top blast zone for you to fly away or hit the camera screen. So game one is going to go to Dreamslap with really well-placed up tilt, and I think it was really good. Taph played really well. Taph just made a few key positioning errors, which is like where the matchup really is made. Yeah. So, I mean, definitely a little bit of adjustments can bring Taph back into this, but really good stuff coming out from Dreamslap to hold down the fort.
Yeah, I feel like Dreamslap really did make his home into the platform, like you said earlier. But I also feel like they both did a lot of trading, like in advantage states. Like, he wasn't afraid to go in if he saw a combo or if he saw, like, oh, I'm going to push you to the other corner because that's where you're retreating to after my grenade hit you.
The problem is, if you're wanting to trade with Snake, about 80% of the characters in the game lose that trade.
Mithra change.
Mithra. I don't know how this matchup goes, actually.
It's interesting, right?
Because
a lot of her stuff isn't, like, grenades isn't going to be able to be pulled out of, like, the back air up B combos and all that.
I just don't find how easy she can space herself around grenades. And dropping shield at the worst time possible. He's going to get blown up, unfortunately.
See, I'm Taph right now. I'm taking advantage that there's no C4 on the platform and try to chase him down.
There it is.
But as I said that, there it goes.
I'm not sure how much I agree with the small battlefield pick. I mean, the problem was that you weren't able to get Dreamslap away from his home, away from home under that platform. And now you're giving a little bit more crunch space, so it's very, very hard to actually get him out from under that platform. And it's starting to show a little bit.
Yeah, especially with a character that's definitely less mobile than ZSS, because like now you can't just grenades hold even more potency in this stage and in this matchup because there's no way, you know, Pyro and Mythra can't just stay in the air with a flip kick or with one of the biggest double jumps in the game.
Right, I think bigger stages are better against Snake, especially with the fact that Apollo Kage, he stated he loves Smashville, absolutely loves the stage. So
that stage is insane for Snake.
It's so good. That C4 covers so much.
Yeah, it just puts so much pressure on everything on the opponent.
I think Taph is just having a hard time maneuvering around these grenades, like I said earlier.
That sack gets canceled.
You
Yeah,
can't.
these grenade trading is not going in his favor. Every single move is going out.
So hard to contest Snake when he has a grenade on the platform up there. Any single aerial that you're going to hit is just going to be in his favor because you're close to the top blast zone. He can't get hit, and only you are in lag.
Yeah, and even some character and Pyro Mythra is definitely not one of the characters that can just avoid the grenade with the disjoint. There are some characters that can avoid it, like, you know, it was precisely space. Pyro Mythra is not one of them.
Yeah. Pyro Mythra is big hitbox go funny.
Yeah. Yeah, once again, he really struggling getting in, and the up tilt will take it. Dreamslap up at a healthy 2-stock lead.
And
Or 1-stock
yeah,
lead. But.
these trades are just going to continue to go. Oh, grenade, C4. 43% immediately just for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's really what Snake is, just right place, wrong time.
Yeah, every place is wrong with Snake, man. He just has so much things.
Like that frame 3 down air. Why is it frame 3?
Out of shield, too.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong on that. And sends off stage, oh my god.
It's so, so good. Snake's boxing tools are actually just so incredible. It's just sometimes they just
Yeah, they're just laggy. That's literally it. But like, already lap. Oh, I didn't even know the C4 was there. Great,
yeah, I wasn't paying enough attention.
yeah,
to
great
find out it was
awareness
there.
by Dreamslap. And Taph, unfortunately, just like me, wasn't aware of the C4, and then we'll take it. Dreamslap winning 2-0 over Taph.
Yep, I don't really agree with the Aegis pick in the end, especially with the Sage choice, but
I agree.
I think the ZSS did pretty well. I think that was a learning moment, we'll call it.
Mm-hmm.
Just knowing that Aegis takes up too much space with her hurt boxes to really contest Snake and get him out of his comfort zone. I mean, when Taph was able to get Snake off stage, of course, he started to open him up. He did really, really well, but the consistency was just not there to get him off stage, and Snake thrives on consistently dealing out streamlined damage.
Yeah, especially when the character is forced to approach. Because with ZS said you can definitely play a more slow game, more disciplined game, but Pyro Mythra, you know, they kind of want to go in at you. And that's one of Snake's best things is stopping approaches.
Yep, that rush down mentality of I'm always having to adapt, and the zoner mentality of what are they going to come at me with? How much stuff can I cover? How many options can I limit them to?
Yeah.
And rushdown's just got to deal with what is going on. How do I? It's like going through an obstacle course where death is an option.
Yeah.
So all that pressure and making those split-second decisions is really hard for rushdown. Really good for zoners when they actually cover things properly, and I think Dreamslap did a good job of just like limiting options and converting when they needed to.
Definitely. That's definitely what got him the set.
And I think, who do we have up next?